another video. I'm back at Lynn Creek, and this is one of my favorite spots. It was quite the bushwhack to get in here, as you probably saw with the footage. But yeah, it's worth it. It's such a beautiful spot with that big rock on the far side and this beautiful cascade coming into this pool. The water's pretty high right now, so I'm hoping to get a couple photos here, but I'm gonna have to get out of here pretty quick because it's quite late in the day already. But yeah, so I'm gonna use the Nikon D750. I'm using the 16-35 wide angle lens. I'm gonna have a polarizer and likely a 6-stop ND. Graduated, or actually no, I should say not graduated, just a standard straight ND. Just something to basically slow the exposure down. I love my slow exposure shots, right? So we'll do that, and I'll show you the photos as I'm moving through it and how I'm doing it. And I don't know exactly what the exposures are gonna be yet, but we'll get set up here and try and get some shots. It's gonna lower the tripod, try to get a nice low angle. I think I'm gonna use this little bit of waterfall right here, this small little spot where the rocks are. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, back off at 16 mil. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of recording from this camera so you can see what my composition looks like. It's gonna give it a little bit more room. So I got that big rock to the left and this cascade to the right. I'll adjust it a little bit. That looks pretty nice. Yeah, nice and wide angle, 16 millimeters. Okay, so I'm going to throw on one of the filters. Probably just start with a polarizing filter. Okay, so I got the Lee kit on there with the polarizer. Let's see here. Yeah, so basically I'm shooting at f/16, 1 second, and ISO 100. That seems to be the perfect exposure to get that milky look in the water. I always like that slow exposure, but I don't want it too slow. I want it to be just right. I'm using this foreground. You can see where the camera is. And you can see how there's a leading line that kind of goes from the left of the camera with that cascading whitewater all the way out to the right. And then you can see the big rock over to the left. It's a really nice, beautiful shot. It's a horizontal shot, very wide. I'm shooting 16 millimeters, but it definitely gives you a really nice, clean image here. Yeah, so it looks pretty good. Let's get a comparison on the camera. We'll just bring that open so you can see it. Yeah, so there's the back of the camera. I mean, it's hard to sort of see that, but that's what it's looking like. Okay, so I just changed my my video camera angle. You can't really see what I'm shooting that well, but I am gonna change this as well and go to a vertical composition. see how this will go. Still shooting quite wide. Yeah, maybe. Adjust the polarizer. I'm only using a polarizer. Polarizers is basically one of the filters that you can't duplicate in Photoshop. Almost everything else you can. Okay, I'm doing the same exposure, so that f16, 1 second, ISO 100. Starting to rain. No, that angle doesn't look good at all. So I'm gonna come right here. I'm really close to this camera. Go right in tight here. So really trying to, again, I am trying to get that angle where you have the cascade moving from right to left, and then that big dominant rock in the foreground, and that, or I mean in the background, I should say. It's like this. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Might just go tight, a little bit tighter. Just come up here. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Let's go with that one. So coming back, so you can see both my setups. There's like my still camera, and there's the video camera, A6400 Sigma 18 to 50. So this is, again, it's that shot here. And so when I open on live view, you'll be able to see. I mean, it's not, you can't really see that well, but you sort of see it a bit. Really nice. Okay, close that. One shot. Let's see how it looks. Can't really. Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. I think that's a really nice shot. I think what I'll do now is, I mean, I'm hoping I got some stuff. These little vlogs are probably not that educational. They're sort of just like, follow along with me, and hopefully you kind of learn something. And I mean, I'm doing this as fast as I can, so they're getting hopefully better. But I mean, it's a beautiful location, and I think maybe just doing some more B-roll with the video camera might be the better option. I mean, it's like there's fog in the tree line, and then the creek is really quite beautiful. But I definitely got a couple of photos. But I mean, I guess just to talk about it a little bit more again, like I'm really always trying to create leading lines, filling the frame with stuff that counts, that needs to be there. That's always really important. Easier said than done a lot of times. And then trying to find like a shutter speed that works well for the image that I'm capturing. And a lot of times, like with landscape photography, if I'm shooting running water, I really want the image to show the movement in the water. So I tend to find a shutter speed that shows that. So usually a slower shutter speed. In this case, it was 1 second because the water's moving really fast. And a lot of times when the water's moving slower, I'll take a longer exposure just to have more movement in the water. And it just makes like a dramatic image. And then trying to find balance in the image, that's also really important. So I'm trying to find, you know, like a leading line which is the cascading water. And then of course this big rock, which is, I mean, it's really beautiful, that big rock on the left side. And it doesn't really, there's not a lot of these spots here on this creek. So I found this one years ago, and I've taken a few photos here, but it's a really beautiful spot. And then, yeah, just playing around and trying to find a really nice shot. Using a polarizing filter is really important. For me anyway, I love polarizing things because it basically eliminates the glare and kind of naturally saturates some of the color. Yeah, but that's it. So I think I'll probably end this here. I might end up shooting a few other spots, but I'm gonna just shoot B-roll and probably not shoot me. And hopefully I get something out of this little video. And if not, sometimes I come back, so we'll see. Anyway, thanks for coming along. I always appreciate the likes and the views and the feedback as well. And if you enjoy this, maybe give me like a subscription or subscribe to the channel or a thumbs up, things like that. And I'll continue to try to get these out when I can. And bye for now. See you later. Yeah, so I was just walking out of that last spot and the light's starting to turn completely. It's beautiful. And this old growth forest right here is just being lit up and it just looks amazing. So I'm gonna grab a couple shots right here before I leave. So I'm shooting with the 16-35 pushed in at 35. I'd rather have something a little bit longer, but I don't want to change for the 7200 right now. Polarizer, and I'm shooting at f10 at 1/3 of a second, ISO 100. Beautiful scene. I mean, the scene itself is gorgeous. So, yeah, just to see the scene, that's just beautiful. All right, I'll probably start packing up again. That was a quick one.